r/rules horror. Posted by u/abbreviations, OK 2022. Rules for surviving your first all night. Intro: pulling your first all night can be scary as you don't know the rules just yet, but I promise you that after a while it will become easier to make it to 6 AM if you keep doing it, though I'm not sure why you would want to. Usually you would need to figure out the rules for yourself or by word of mouth, but I have decided to make this list and post it online so others can know what they are getting into and what they need to do. Warning: before you want to do your first all night you should have a good reason for doing so, as doing it for no reason or for something that can be done later is not a smart decision. You need to remember pulling this off will be difficult and could get you killed or worse. So again, have a really good reason for wanting to do this. Essentials: you will need to remember to have the essential supplies on you before 12 AM hits, as that is when the all night officially begins and you will no longer be able to leave your room to get anything, and while having all of these are not required, it will make the all night easier. 1. Food and drink to last to 6 AM. I recommend some sort of caffeine as a drink and food like candy to make sure you stay awake. 2. A charged flashlight or anything that can produce light. 3. A bottle or bucket to use the bathroom in if needed. I know, but trust me when I say leaving your room is ending up dead. 4. Something to keep yourself grounded in reality. Things or a thing you have a special connection to are the best. 5. Entertainment, something you can use to pass the time since you will be there for a while. 6. A blanket or cover to hide under, as this will be needed for a rule later on. 7. Some sort of clock to check the time. A watch or your phone's clock can work, again anything that can show the time. Rules: now that you have all of the supplies or most of the supplies, you are officially ready to begin the all night. The all night starts at exactly 12 AM, so be in your room as the time approaches. For whatever reason you're doing this, I wish you the best of luck, and may whatever religion you be alive in, if any, will be with you on this night. 1. You are not allowed to fall asleep at this point. Going to sleep after you began the all night will be considered reneged by them, and they don't like that. They will make sure you end up missing and not ever being found. They hate being promised fun and not receiving it. 2. Keep the lights on at all times. This will prevent paranoia and help you stay awake. When the lights turn off, turn them back on when you are able to. If you are not able to turn the lights on, you are either in a wall event or 5 AM has started. 3. You are not allowed to leave your room. They may try to trick you into thinking you must, but no matter what you must not. Even if you hear the cries of people you know calling your name, or even your pets whimpering outside the door, even if the room seems to be growing smaller and smaller, even if the room seems to be flooding with a black liquid or on fire, you cannot leave the room. If you do, there is nothing you can do to stop what will come next. 4. To stop the hallucinations you will have to focus on something else, which is why I recommended things or a thing you have a connection to. Focus on nothing but whatever it is for at least a full minute, no matter how real the fire, liquid, the cris or the wall pressing against your back feels. After a minute, things should slowly start returning to normal. Note: hallucinations are not just those and varies from person to person. Rule still applies no matter what it is. 5. At random points they may start to mess with your perception of time, for example seeing the sunlight outside your window or the sounds of birds chirping. Do not fall for it. You will know when the all night is over with whatever you are using to tell the time says 6 AM. 6. To lead you into a false sense of security, they will not do anything on the first hour, so 12 AM. Remember to check the time frequently so you know when 1 AM hits, as that is when they start their fun. 7. One of them will once every hour knock on your bedroom door 3 times. When you hear this, quickly cover yourself with a blanket or anything else you can hide under. They will come into the room and see if you are hiding, and after a few minutes will leave. Do not make a sound. They do not consider that as good hiding. If you're caught not hiding, refer to Rule 9. 8. Like in Rule 6, one of them will once every hour not knock on the door but your window, even if your room is in a house with multiple floors. If you do not have a window, then this rule can be ignored. When you hear 3 knocks on the window, quickly bolt to it and open the blinds or curtains if you have any and stare at it. It does not like being looked at and will run or disappear. If you don't have blinds or curtains, then just stare at it. Failure to do this will result in them breaking open the window and taking you with them, wherever that is. 9. If you are caught not hiding or they don't think you're hiding, good, you're not immediately dead, so congratulations, but unfortunately you are in the process of going to be if you do not act quickly. What you will have to do is give them something to spare you. Things like a body part, your blood are things they always accept. Fingernails, hair, skin are also things they might accept, but not all the time. When given this, they will grant you a pass and leave the room until the next hour. Keep in mind this is only a one-time pass. Being caught again is instant death. Failure to give them something they like or taking too long to give them something will result in what you might expect. 10 at random times the lights in the room will turn off. This means a wall event is happening. This event lasts for a few minutes and should be easy if you know what to look for. You're going to need a light for this as it's the only way to stop them. A basic summary is that they are now inside of your walls and are going to try squeezing their way inside the room. Now when I mean squeeze I mean it, no cracks or anything, just popping into view slowly. Now as I said, light is the only way to stop them. More specifically, you'll need to shine your light on black spots in the wall, hands reaching out of the wall, heads popping out of the wall, eyes in the wall, and anything that is coming out of the wall that should not be coming out of a wall. When the light is shined on all those things, they will retreat back inside the wall and wait a while before trying somewhere else in the same wall or a different one. Important note / recently discovered, they can also come through the ceiling and floor. Check those areas too. You'll know the wall event is over when quiet groans are heard. You are able to then turn the lights back on. Trying to turn the lights on during the event will not make them turn on. If you fail to shine your light on one or more in time, they will drag you into the wall with them, your bones crushing inside of the interior. 11. Under the bed is another one of them you will have to watch out for. This one is the most unpredictable one and will happen any amount of times every hour. If you ever hear a scratching noise come from under the bed, get on the bed immediately, or if you are already on it, then stay where you are. It will then talk to you as if you were its friend. Play along and don't act scared or confused. The conversation will go on for a few minutes. Make sure to keep up the act. They may ask you to go under the bed to see them, but say you are not able to. If they suspect you are not comfortable or not their friend, they will get upset. Do not leave the bed while talking, as this upsets them too. Upsetting them results in details I would rather not say. Remember to not look under the bed for any reason, even when they are not talking. 12. 5 a.m. is going to be the hardest hour of the night. Things are going to be crazy during this time and you will need to be alert and ready for anything. Things that happen once every hour will happen multiple times, sometimes even at the same time. They will be faster in the wall event. They know you are about to make it to 6 a.m. The hallucinations will feel more real and more terrifying. Like I said, it will be the hardest hour of the night and you need to keep your sanity. The lights will go out at exactly 5 a.m. and cannot be turned back on until 6 a.m. Keep your item that grounds you close by. And, if you followed all the rules, then you will have made it to 6 a.m. and survived your very first and hopefully last all night. Like I said, it is really not recommended to do this unless for good reason. But still, I hope that this post helped you out if you ever plan on going through with it. One last thing I should mention though would be that you can have multiple people in the room with you during the all night, but the amount of times an event or situation happens will increase by every one person, so it's best to be alone. I had a coworker with me one time as we both had an assignment for our work we had forgotten about that needed done the day after, so we planned on doing it during the all night. He accidentally upset the one under the bed and it was hard to clean everything up in the morning. Was the last all night I ever pulled. Anyway, enough about that. Good luck and take care.